Hello class, welcome to Research Methods in the Health Sciences. I'm Dr. Jack Nemecek, your instructor for the course. This is for Hodges University, HSA 4702. What I would like you to do is, in this welcome announcement, is talk about some administrative requirements so you understand what my expectations are so we get off to a good start. These 4-week courses go very rapidly, so I want to make sure that you understand what you have to do to get a good grade out of the course. And if you follow my lead, I guarantee that's exactly what's going to happen. The first thing that you need to do is go to the syllabus link and download the PDF file that I've got set up for you there. You can actually read it in the course embedded, or you can download the link and print it out for yourself if you have that capability. And essentially, you'll need to spend some time looking at the syllabus, because that has the criteria there for grading, which is probably the most important thing that you're used to, you want to know relative to the course. And I want to bring to your attention also that this is the book that we're using, Research Methods and Literature, Research on Medical Literature for Health Professionals, and this is the new edition of the text. We were using the 4th edition up until this last summer, just a few months ago, but we are now using the 5th edition, and I have revised the course based on the new format that we're using in Canvas as well. So I hope that this is the version of the text that you've got, but I will say that if you weren't able to get that and you thought we were using the 4th edition, you may be able to get by with that. But if you run into any problems as far as the course assignments go, please contact me immediately and I'll see if I can help you out in that regard. Okay, so let's talk about course requirements. As you know, it's a 4-week course. You know what the textbook is, and if you take a look at page 2 of the syllabus, I'd like you to note that the way that I've devised the course for you is that your student learning incomes are based on the textbooks themselves, which is broken up into 4 sections. The 4 sections of the textbook are Section 1, Getting Started. Section 2, the Research Process or Design. Section 3 is the Research Process Analysis. Section 4 is the Research Process Writing and Interpretation. And based on those 4 sections, I have divided your student learning outcomes for you based on the chapters for each one of those sectors. So it kind of coordinates along with the book, and you know what the expectations are. That will be very helpful for you when it comes to taking the quizzes. So essentially the course expectations, if you have been attending Hodges University for a while, you understand what the university policies are regarding attendance and how many times you have to log into the course to make sure that you are getting credit for where you're, that you actually have been in the course and doing some work on any given day. But more importantly, I want to spend some time talking about the discussion board and some of the assignments and the quizzes. As you know, this course is no different than any other. You'll have a discussion board participation that's required, where at least once a week you've got to go to the discussion board, and sometime between Monday and Wednesday at midnight, you have to answer the original question that I've got posted there for you. That will be your discussion board post answering the question. And my expectation is that you do that substantively, meaning that you take it seriously and give me a lot of good information there, more than just 1 or 2 sentences. And I also want to see you use in-text citations and references. Now, relative to in-text citations, anytime you use an in-text citation in the verbiage of your post, that should be pointing to the reference that you're going to have posted at the very bottom of the page of your post. So if you've got 2 in-text citations that are making reference to 2 different sources that you're using, then obviously both of those references need to be listed at the bottom of your post as well. Now, that's all you need to do relative to in-text citations and references posting is concerned. You do have to respond to at least 2 classmates' posts each week, so that will be done on Thursday through Sunday. And they should be done on different days. You can do more if you want, but to get full credit, you've got at least 2, and those should be, again, substantive posts. more than, oh, good job, Joe, I like what you said. I expect to see a couple of paragraphs getting engaged with your fellow classmates and trying to learn from each other what your experiences may have been with this particular subject that I'm asking you about, or maybe conveying to your classmates new information that maybe they haven't researched and found yet. That will tell them a little bit more about what's happening with this particular subject week in and week out. So for classmates' posts, I do not expect to see in-text citations and references. That is only for your original post and answer the question. So hopefully that will cut you some slack. You don't have to worry about doing that. So remember, full participation requires one initial post done by Wednesday of the week at midnight, and then through Thursday through Sunday, at least 2 classmate posts substantively done. And that really is all that you need to do. Now, if you want to go above and beyond and try to get a better grade, for sure, you can do more. Quizzes. This course, designed it with 4 weekly quizzes. There's a different course quiz week 1 through 4. It has to be done anytime Monday through Sunday, but the deadline to get it submitted is by Sunday at midnight, and if you don't have it done by then, it automatically closes and you won't be able to access it from after that point. And I won't open it for you. The quizzes are timed at 120 minutes or 2 hours. And that is going to be easily achievable by you because each of these quizzes only has 5 questions. And they are either true or false or multiple choice. So when you get ready to take your quiz, make sure that you've got the book open in front of you because that's directly where the information is going to come from. And for example, in section 1 or week 1, the quiz is going to be based on chapters 1 through 5. So you're going to have one question that's going to be from the introduction chapter, one question from the regulatory protections chapter, one question from the research problem, one question from the review of the literature, and one question from the systematic review. Same thing is going to take place in week 2, 3, and 4. If you take a look at the book, make sure you've got it in front of you. When you get ready to sit down and take the test, they'll all have 5 questions. Now, in weeks 3 and 4, there are not 5 chapters, only sections 1 and 2 have that many chapters. Section 3 or week 3 has 4 chapters, and section 4 or week 4 only has 3. But there will be 5 questions for week 3 and week 4. It's just that I'm going to take 2 questions out of one of those chapters. So it's only, there's not 5 of them like there are in the other ones. The discussion board, the quizzes are worth 50 points each. And so for 4 of those, that's 200 points. So if you couple that with the 75 points for the discussion board for each of those, which is 300 right there, you've got half of your points for the course. So take that very seriously because if you don't do either one of those well, it can have a negative impact on your grade. There are 3 assignments in the course, and only 3 in weeks 1, 2, and 3. They're a little bit different, and you'll see what the criteria is when you look at them. They are not just all research papers, but they are worth 75 points apiece, and altogether 225 points. So if you put together the discussion board, the assignments, and the weekly quizzes, altogether you've got 825 points. Let me see, 725 points right off the bat for those 3 things right there. So again, take them seriously because the entire course is only worth 1,000 points. The last 275 points is your course project, which will take the place of your final exam, and that will be a PowerPoint presentation. And you can take a look at the criteria. It's described in week 4 of your information, the weekly information. 15 to 20 slides, and what I want you to do to be able to get full credit for that PowerPoint presentation is, besides doing a bullet approach with everything that you do and not a lot of verbiage and paragraphs, I also want you to take the time to put speaker's notes at the bottom of each of your slides. And the reason I want you to do that is because I want you to use that as your script, as if you were in a classroom with me doing a live presentation and actually presenting your slides to me and not reading off of them, but reading those speaker's notes off the bottom of the slides, which serves as your script. Now you have that choice, but you also, as an addition, you can either do an audio file or the speaker's notes. if you know how to do an audio file, you can actually do a recording where you take those same speaker's notes and you actually read to me exactly what it is that you would have done with the speaker's notes as you're going through your presentation. That is very desirable also. So you have the choice of doing one or the other or both. Obviously, if you do both, chances are pretty good that that's going to help you get full credit for your PowerPoint presentation. And I'm not going to take the time to explain to you what that course project is all about. Just you can go to week 4 where that's written up and explain to you what that's all about. In the last couple of pages of the syllabus, you will find that I have put down a course outline for you that for each of the 4 weeks, Monday through Sunday. It tells you exactly what you should be doing to help stay on track. And if you follow this, it'll help you. One day that tells you how many chapters to read. Second day, read another 2 chapters. The third day, another chapter. It makes it a little bit easier, especially since you're pressed with time, and I know all of you are working adults, so hopefully this is something that will help you out significantly as well. So that's what I wanted to talk about as far as administrative requirements go. I'm looking forward to spending the next 4 weeks with you, and if you have any questions whatsoever, you can contact me via email, and you've got that information in the course as well as in the syllabus. Or you can call me directly. I do live here in Fort Myers, and we can set up an appointment if you'd like to do that. Typically, my office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. So if you can call me then or give me an email heads up that you would like to meet or make an appointment, contact me and we'll set something up. I can answer your questions quite quickly that way, and I'm always online Monday through Friday. You generally take the weekends to do other stuff, but you can get me on the weekends if it's absolutely necessary, and I know that sometimes that's the case. So again, welcome to the course. I hope this answers all of your initial questions, and now what I'd like you to do is go to my week 1 video in the week 1 module of your course, and I will give you an introduction to what we're going to be talking about in the first 5 chapters from the book.